Where the music at? No. Where the music at? Okay. Juice. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, okay. There is a no. Boom, boom, boom. What are we doing? What are we calling this? Right, what are we calling this? What are we calling this? What's on our to-do list? Because there's some stuff we gotta catch up on here. For show. For show. I've been away from the charts.
Ask yourself this question. Next time you see your reflection, is it me or my ego? Whose name came next? Am I a man or a monster?
Juice.
Is it a job or a hobby? Is it on, is it over? Who they set my apology dealing with? What am I dealing with? Deal with them. Dealing with. Nah, I'm not feeling. Watch how I deal with them. Watch how I deal with them. Watch how I deal with them. You know what I agree with them. So watch how I deal with them. Yo, it don't make sense anymore. I don't get rest anymore. I'm gonna need more than a draw. Can't work with a stress.
Let's see if it tags a single print, by the way. I just got into a long not too long ago. Not a huge position, but it's juicing right now in terms of, you know, percentage gain. I should make it one with the leverage, right? Because it is a 50x leverage, you know, little juicer going. Juice. Not a huge position though, and I also didn't get full filled, so even smaller than I even wanted. First CP is right there. Alright, my stop loss at break even, so we'll see which hits it first. At this point, can't lose, you know? At this point, you can't lose. Let's go a little bit later down this playlist. Because it is quite chill towards the end, and I need something a little chill right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And let's kind of catch up on some of this stuff, yeah? Hello, good sir. Hello. I'm leaving a single print behind as well. Can't check out the daily, yeah? Go to daily. So let's change this a little bit because it's in my way, blocking my eyesight. You know what I'm saying? Not the worst of charts, I suppose. I suppose. Let's also update these levels, yeah? Let's update some of these levels. See what they're thinking about the S&P tomorrow. Where should we put this playlist? Yeah, okay, we can talk about this. Let's go back a bit. Let's rewind and play this part. Because this thing is hours long. Okay, sick. Where does it start? My TP's about to get spanked, by the way. Hit that bitch. Hit that bitch. Hit that bitch. Hit that bitch. Bum 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 bum. TP's about to get spanked. Hit that bitch. Hit it. Oh my god, it's so close. $1 away. $1.05. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, it's $1 away from my. Oh, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say. What's to say? What to say? Pick so perfect too. It's reversing right there so far. Okay. We can move our stop loss back a little bit now, right? Because we have shave. Secured some profit. Right? Now we're just chilling. Now we're just playing with it. Now we are just playing with it. How's all this stuff looking out of curiosity? Still more here. Let's put this go. We'll come back to the traditional S&P later, right? Now we'll just look at the futures. This is getting quite overheated on the 30-minute, yeah? Yeah? Oh my god, don't start with this shit again. Don't start with this shit again. I also need to set my other TP. Almost about to set my other TP. Because if we are going to keep going from here, then, you know, the question is, are we just getting this, or are we sweeping all this finally? Put an alarm for now, and I'll check out the data in the meantime, right? So we can get ready to decide. But so far, so good, right? She literally just sat down, hopped in this trade, like literally, fucking like 10:30. What time was this at? Damn. Anyways, while we wait to see what this does, right? Does it clean this single print and keep going, or what? Potentially flipping the golden pocket, right? Flipping our level, potentially. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm sure you got like the 3A2 around there as well. So a lot of interesting stuff going on here. Anyways, we won't concern ourselves too much with this. At this point, you can't, you know, we already shaved. Stop loss is nice and safe. so we won't worry about that, right? Just won't worry about that. So we do need to check out some data real quick, yeah? Get ourselves acquainted. Let me also do this. So far, looks like we fucking TP'd the fucking pixel perfect top. By the way, well, what was it in that picture? Where was it? 97301. That was my TP on my exchange. Let's see where the wick is on my exchange. Out of curiosity, right? Out of curiosity. $308. So at this moment in time, I shaved within $7 of the fucking pixel perfect top. Damn. What a way to come to the, you know, sit down at the setup and get a pixel perfect fucking long right away. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And also, we might be reversing here, by the way, right? By the way, in terms of the grand higher scheme of things. Because if this area gets flipped, all this is in danger now, right? So bears are gonna hold, it better be fucking this. I was considering taking a short here, but need to check out some of the data. So let's give it some time, first and foremost. So I don't think there's a whole lot going on in terms of the open interest the last I checked, and I'd imagine not much has changed in the evening. There are some underwater shorts on Bybit, as per usual, I suppose, right? To be expected. To be expected. Not a whole lot though. Okay, let's start burning through this list because it is late. And let me see where my stop is. I might be getting stopped out here. Out of curiosity, right? Okay, interesting. See if we hold VWAP, right? On these divs, with some math going on here, obviously. You don't even gotta draw it, but you already know. Let's see if this holds. Yeah, no. Let's see how the open interest is looking, right? Start to check out some of this data. Open interest has been just slowly going down while prices have been slowly grinding up, so I imagine some shorts are getting closed. How are the longs looking? How's the long side of things looking? Longs are also closing as well, so open interest is relatively flat. So maybe we can rely on some, you know, some math a little more. We'll keep an eye on this. Because if we put in like a new low here and start to go, then I'll move my stop up for now. Because I'm not looking to babysit or have this thing running in mind. Main thing is just determining where I want to shave and how much, right? Based on the likelihood of us reaching those areas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, we got some stuff to do as well, right? And it's not like too zoned out here. Worrying about this trade. Because it has, you know, reached its objective. So let's get this S&P stuff out the way, so we don't have to worry about this, right? First and foremost, update some of these levels. 615, 6100, 650. Yes, sir. Okay. $6095 is a huge one. Interesting. Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting area to keep watching. We'll see this updates tomorrow morning. Even 6200, interesting. 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 Some notable hedging going on up here, way past all-time high. Interesting. Probably keep an eye on this. Leave it open on this side. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Then I can't read all this stuff. Why did I shave there? Why did I shave there? I mean, lots of reasons, really. You know, I have a bunch of view ops coming in there, just saying, right? Different anchor view ops from different points. All of them confluencing right at the 7.5 at this 4-hour level. This volume node looking right in the middle of these two volume nodes. Let's kind of get a bigger feel for this. But I mean, at the time I wasn't even looking at this, right? I can just tell from like the local volume, right? Because I already have the yellow line there. So obviously a lot going on here, right? And not only that, but just in the grand scheme of things, I kind of just spoke about this, but to me, like this is like a kind of like a must-hold level for the Bears right now, right? For the defense, right? If they're trying to play defense, this is the spot they're gonna have to do it. Because once you start to get up here, it's, you know, it's too late, right? I think you're getting squeezed at that point for a show, unless they put up like a massive sell wall, which currently I don't see any. But you know, you never know, right? Can't anticipate that. Can't anticipate that. And from what I can tell, people are walking up the price on the long side. right? There's buy walls as the price is moving up. So if somebody is defending this bitch, they're letting help them push it up, and they are not playing because that wall has been hit multiple times. Because some people put they put orders, right? So they show up on these tools and whatnot, and then they pull them. They pull them last second. Not actually intending on getting them filled. Trying to scare people off, or draw the price towards that area. So yeah, a lot of interesting use of mechanics there, we'll call it, right? Interesting use of mechanics. I think it's considered illegal in some places. Spoofing, to be exact, right? I don't know if I agree with that personally, but yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's most likely spot should probably be the spot that should be taking some profit, right? If the spots are likely to reverse, because if it does reverse, then that's it. Trade's over. You might as well get something out of it, right? Right. So now I have two options, right? I can put my stop loss even lower than my entry, right? Because now if I go in the red, I took profit. So like my break even is even lower than my entry. Or I can get stopped out above it at some point and then get even more money. And I can just base that based on how things are looking, right? If things are not looking particularly bullish, right? I have that flexibility, I have that option, right? Right. It's about being flexible, right? Being able to moonwalk in and out the market. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, my boy? What are we doing? Oh yeah, these levels, we have them all. $670. And also the other thing, right? The other thing. Suppose this holds right now. Suppose this holds right now. It starts to go again. I'm gonna add more to the trade. I can just add more back. So now not only did I TP in case we don't come back higher again, but if we start to go higher, then I can put on the same trade and move on to the next target. Right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But at this point, just give this thing some time, right? Let this thing see what it wants to do. Because so far, ain't no 5-minute candle closes even below this, so. Yeah, no. Thing is, I don't think I'm gonna be trading tomorrow, so isn't nothing particularly serious. I mean, we'll see. I suppose I'll be around, but we'll see. 60-50 is a big one as well. Interesting. It seems like this general zone right here is most of the action is at in terms of the options right now. So if this is the low end, like potentially something along those lines, or maybe we like sweep this clean, go lower, and then go. Lots of possibilities. We'll see, right? Could also just get rejected hardcore, roll over. Could sweep this, then go lower. Could sweep it, come lower, then go, right? There's so many, I can see you're thinking about this all day, right? But yeah, I mean, first and foremost, let's see if it breaks these highs, right? Boom, 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 boom. In terms of this stuff, single prints, blah, 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 the usual story. Obviously, there are some imbalances to the downside when you're just climbing up. Over here, interesting. Obviously, you know, trend lines aren't the most reliable of tools, we'll say. But we have bursted through on this trend line break, right? A lot of single prints to clean below, so when we completely, maybe we sweep this, then retest, and then go, something like that. We're also aligned with the hedging that we just looked at, right? So something to keep in mind for tomorrow. Which means that if there's a potential short brewing here, right now, then that means that potentially, right, Biddy could have also been the same case. We'll see if this last little bit gets cleaned up on this bounce. Boom, 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 of this single print. Obviously, it doesn't have to be cleaned. Yeah, we'll see with Biddy, right? We will see. Obviously, we're coiling up. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, we'll see at this point, right? We'll see which side breaks first. More than anything, we'll see which side breaks first. What's our weekly starting to look like, right? Our weekly candle close coming here soon. Same story, right? So the weekly is just coiling up. Not a whole lot going on here, to be honest. To be honest. Oh, whoops. How are all these doing? Oh my god, this Popcat. This fucking Popcat. So salty. Motherfucker. Yeah, definitely salty over this one. This is for show. Cause I looked at this. When was it? I don't recall. Somewhere around this time. Somewhere around this time. Maybe we'll see. Well, I'm gonna go look actually, cause I am curious. Whoops. Why salty? Cause I was looking at all these like last week basically, and I talked about taking that trade, and then I went to bed, and I think it had already started to go. And then I had an alarm for one of the pullbacks, and it missed it. It missed it. Let me just go find where I looked at that chart. 'Cause I know it was definitely on. Friday night. I'm just skipping through this thing. Because I was eyeing a lot of these meme coins, to be honest. Because when they're beat up that bad, I mean, those things just explode to the upside. Where did I do it? Where the fuck did I do it? I can't find it. Fuck. I can't find it. I can't find this motherfucker. Whatever, doesn't matter. Who cares? I mean, it's in there somewhere. I just can't fucking be bothered to go find that shit right now. The video's like 10 hours long. We got more relevant things to look at right now, right? Right. Right. Are we done with this as well? Right, we were. So pay attention to the futures now, right? Pay attention to the futures. We also have options expiry, right? Major options expiry next Friday, so keep that in mind. Why not? Why not? We also have our retail sales tomorrow. Don't forget, guys. Don't forget. Retail and core retail sales. Bum 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 bum. It's a banking holiday on Monday? Is that the case? Why is that? Why is there a banking holiday on the 17th? Memorial Day? What's that? What's that? I don't know if we have that in Canada. Do we have that in Canada? I don't know. I don't know. Kinda hungry. Kinda hungry. And I gotta travel soon. Damn. Damn. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, boom, boom. Let me close this. Don't need this. What do we do in terms of our list? Okay. Need to raise my chair more. Bum, 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 bum. What's up with this trade? What is this trade saying right now? Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're done with that. Done with this. Check up on our good friend Biddy, because probably not much has changed. And it's almost the weekend, so can't expect too much going on over there. In terms of this. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We'll just leave this like this. We'll check out on this. Kind of good that this thing's going sideways up here, yeah? At least for now. Because we were getting primed to see some divs, so if this thing sits sideways and lets the oscillators reset a bit, in terms of the math, looking good for potential continuation. Also a little bit scary though. What's going on over here? I need a better mouse. Is this company making a new mouse yet? Can someone answer me this? Can someone answer me this? Can someone answer me this? Not yet. Feels bad. Feels bad. Because this thing sucks. I cannot say it enough. I cannot say it enough, you know? Cannot say it enough. Just such a low polling rate mouse. It is unbearable. Why does a reset matter? A reset of what? Or reset of what? When did I mention a reset? Oh, that. Got you. Because essentially, this is like it's like an object moving, right? Price is like an object moving. Okay, you know, it can only move for so long in one direction, right? Like, think about it, the longer it's going up in like one direction, the higher the probability that like you're gonna see a pullback. Right? Nothing just goes up fucking in a straight like that forever. So, just in terms, and like, so like imagine this thing is like not only sitting way high up here, but then it's like continuing to like grind higher. Like you're getting statistically only more and more and more away from the mean, right? Right? So eventually, like these are bound to reset just by the statistical nature of how they function and how the market functions, right? So if they're resetting while the price is sitting flat, pretty good, right? Sign of like just like some strong consolidation before potential continuation. The only thing about this, and the reason why I said why it's a little scary, is just the fact that it's like when you don't go back and sweep stuff, then you just leave stuff that needs to get cleaned. So, you know, multiple ways to look at it, right? Multiple ways to look at it. Potentially bearish, potentially bullish. Lots of ways to look at it. Also, you know, if you want some juice, some low-key juice, some alpha. These statistical things are abused, by the way, because a lot of algorithms kind of they're triggered on these kind of things, like things that have strayed too far from the mean, and are likely to revert, right? Just mean reversion strategies. So a lot of times what will happen is you'll see some like massive pump in one direction or the other, and then these algos get triggered, and then price like just does this, right? So like baits them to joining in because of the math, and then they rip it harder on them, and then they'll even repeat that. They'll even repeat that, right? Because up here it's straying even further, even harder, and then got him. Even the algorithms are getting got out here, right? Even the algorithms are getting got. God damn. So yeah, interesting stuff, right? Interesting stuff. You know, a lot of math, going on. A lot of clever entities playing the game, right? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? God damn. Anyways, yeah, bank holiday on Monday apparently, right? Apparently. A bunch of Canadian data next week. AKA, who cares? Coming from a Canadian. But obviously everything matters, right? Everything matters, guys. Even if you consider a meme, everything you know, it's all part of the bigger picture, right? Everything is part of a bigger picture. I'm just scrolling through March right now. That's what I'm doing, right? I'm gonna feel for what March is gonna be looking like. My stop's about to get hit. Unless I want to move it lower, but that points I'm giving some profit back, so I don't think we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll see, we'll see. I mean, if we're gonna hold, hopefully it's this, right? Bullish retest of the value area high. Yeah, this is probably the spot to do it, right? But bing can go. Bum 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 bum. Okay, what's up to do here? Because it's getting late. I'm not trying to hang out forever. I'm already tired. There's a massive snowstorm where I live today. Massive. I have to shovel that whole thing. So I'm tired. I am tired. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom. What is the PD value area high? Previous day value area high. PD previous day. You also see previous week or previous month. Yeah, you know, yesterday's I mean, look at yesterday, right? Price started up here, then it just rolled over here and sat here most of the day in terms of time, and clearly volume as well, right? Let's just check out the volume in terms of trading view. So this is the high, this is the low, and this is the point of control for the volume. The one I'm using is based on volume candles, based on a different exchange. But I'm plotting them on here, you know, just to have an idea. And if you want to go learn more about why, right? A little bit more about why. I keep these levels in mind. Go read about auction market theory. Right? Auction market theory. Yeah. Should explain it pretty well. I think this first one should do a good enough job. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, essentially, right? Just yesterday's value was here, right? In this this zone. So are we about to leave yesterday's value area and move to the higher one, or are we going lower potentially? Basically, most of it, right? Same, like this is on the daily, same chart. Like the same premise, right? It applies on any time frame really, but like the more volume to have, the more reliable a volume tool is. So ideally, like using this on the 1 minute is not particularly as valuable. Well, like you see how there's these nodes, right? They refer to them as nodes. Volume node. Call it whatever you fucking want. Call it whatever you want. But typically, like these things are treated as like you know, distributions, right? So price is expected to bounce within these nodes. And if it leaves one node, then it's going to the next one. Boom, boom. Right. Also, shout out to the line, right? Shout out to our line. As per usual, bing! Like, as per usual, shout out to our lines. God, it is so cold here. Okay, let's start pumping out the rest of this list. I mean, is anyone surprised by this? Is anyone surprised by this? Is anyone surprised by this? I mean, this one was a layup. This one was a fucking layup, is what this one was. This one was a layup. Sometimes the market just gives you fucking layups, honestly. God damn. God damn. And the question is, you know, do we roll over after this? You know, are we bouncing and going lower or not? Or not? So, I mean, talked about this as well, right? Talked about this as well. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they give us that, to be honest, right? That's why your boy did one of these, you know, one of these things. Because obviously there are gaps I want to have to clean to the downside, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna give another one of those, right? We'll see on the bounce, I suppose, right? Right? Do we go lower from there or nah? Or at least like one more leg to clean some of this? Although the only world where I see that happening is if S&P really like just like one of these tomorrow, or like not tomorrow, but like in a relative near future, which just sweeps the highs and reverses. If that doesn't happen, I don't know if they're giving another lower entry on Tesla. To be honest, to be honest. And the same can be said for a lot of these alts, by the way, right? That's why I was a little suspicious of these. Because a lot of them are the same story, right? Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna give us another one of these. Because a lot of people got liquidated here, and people loaded their spot bags. So I don't know if they're gonna give another one. Maybe they roll it lower one more time. Determined to be seen. I think, again, same story. I think it depends on this. Only time will tell. But yeah. Yeah, looking like a lot of these, this may have been the low, and same with these, right? These might be for sure the higher lows now. Interesting to see how tomorrow shapes up. Boom, boom. I mean, also in terms of a chart, I mean, we missed PopCap, but maybe we don't miss this one, right? Definitely need to keep an eye on this. Let's just drill into this and now, cause we're seeing some mass capitulation going on here. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, the thing is, I was looking at this one on the DEX tools the other day, and I think let's see. Let's actually go look actually how far down this thing is, because this whip one might be like another PopCat in the making, right? Another one that's another one of these that's brewing. So let's not miss another one if we see it right now. Yeah, potentially. Because we would have been big juicing on this thing. Big juice. It's almost there. It's almost there. At 4.7, that's the price. 47. Do we wait? Do we wait? That's the thing. Do we wait? Because this thing is already like fucking cooked. Diverting on the daily. Same story. Interesting. What's the open interest on whiff looking like? Thing is, I'm not liking the look of this. Right, looking a little odd, right? Getting a little odd, right? Especially if this is gonna come clean this same, look at the same stuff here. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Let's check out some of the data on this bad boy. Because I'm thinking maybe just fucking do open and... It's hard to say, it's hard to say. Especially with knowing that this is like in mind. Things these make me paranoid because I feel like at this point it's like... It's like they're playing a game with you, you know? Because in terms of the higher time frames, this is looking like it's, you know... If this thing's not bottomed out, it doesn't have much more to go. I guess that's one way we should be looking at this, right? If it's not bottomed out now, there's not much to go. What's the downside here? Like 20% or so? Yeah. And there's a, like, I mean, even just to come back up to a year, you're looking at 100%, and imagine this thing goes even till up to a year. Multi-hundreds of percent, right? We're looking at this is like thousands of percent on this thing, potentially. So maybe that, yeah, I mean, yeah. The thing is, like, this thing, guys, this motherfucker. Because, like, if I use even like 5 leverage from here, 5x, with this thing in mind, like that would get liquidated, right? We get liquidated if that were to happen. So it's like, right? What do we have to weigh up here, right? What do we have to weigh up here? Like the chance of getting liquidated, I'm getting licked, right? Licked. Versus missing the trade. That's the thing. That's the thing. Or maybe just use less leverage, right? Maybe just open like a massive position with like 3x leverage. Maybe. Because it's like very hard to quantify these. Like, I'm sure other people are looking at this too, right? I'm sure everyone's looking at the same. We're all looking at the same thing, right? We're all looking at the same thing. And people will front run each other, right? Trying to get better entries or at least start scaling in. Right. I'm trying to find some open interest data on this thing because I am curious. Because this thing is kind of giving me the same kind of thing that Popcat did. Same kind of thing that Popcat did, and we missed that one. We missed it. We were late. We were late. I'm not even late. Just didn't open when we should have. We were late on the initial move, and then I had an alarm on the retest, on the pullback retest, and it fucking bink. Fuck. Missed my shit. And then I set another alarm, and when that one went off, I was at the gym, motherfucker. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we have found some open interest data on WIF. Let's zoom this out now and see. Okay, there's certainly a lot of, there's definitely a lot of shorts on this thing. Open interest has gone, I mean, the way that it's ramping up seems like there's probably shorts and longs opening right now. Actually, oh fucker. It matters. Of course it matters. Open interest matters. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Right? First of all, in terms of like the funding, right? Like, also let's check out the funding, by the way, now that you mentioned that. Whether it was direct or indirect. It's just a balancing act, right? It's like a balancing act. Longs and shorts. I mean, eventually just gets to way too much onto one side. Just bound to go back, right? Because I'm looking at the funding rate on WIF, by the way, it's one of the only negative ones right now, also. So people are getting paid to long this as well. Just saying. Making me lean more and more towards taking this thing right now and with like lower leverage, bigger margin, and having to stop like below this. Or maybe just entering with like a position with a very tight validation and getting back in deeper if we go lower. Because we might look at this tomorrow and this could be at like fucking who knows what, right? Especially knowing the short situation. People are getting paid while there's a huge amount of shorts open. Like, that's why, right? That's why they're getting paid. So essentially, you're getting paid to join a potential short squeeze. Which that means. And this thing has a lot of, like, look at this. It's just straight down. None of this has been untapped, 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 untapped. All of these are poor highs, right? Like, even up to here, that's already mega juice. Mega juice. Mega juice. Especially with how these two are potentially behave, right? This thing looks like it wants to go higher, so right now. This thing looks like it wants to go higher. But we'll see, right? It's early in the day. It's early in the day. It's just midnight. Still a lot of time left. Wouldn't be surprised at all to see these like potentially tag these maybe even now and then come lower before the New York opens. Where did the music go, by the way? Where'd the music go? Where did the music go? Let's listen to the third one.
Building your online business?
No, I'm not actually.
Go to Wix.com and say
No, I'm not actually. And let's check out WIF in terms of the overall funding rates, right? How negative are we talking here? Seeing this is kind of making me like starting to get a little bullish, you know? Starting to get a little bullish potentially. We shall see. We shall. I mean, this is the defense zone for the Bears, right? So far, so good. So far, so good. So far, doing their thing. So far doing their thing. Bum 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 bum. It's supposed to snow more here as well, like god damn. This weather is relentless. I'm supposed to be traveling too, that's the thing. Motherfuckers trying to snow me in. Market maker trying to take me out the game. Trying to take me out the game. We checked that. Gold almost at the... Damn, damn. I'm curious how the positioning is looking like this on the futures, right? Can we check that actually right now? And the commitment of traders. Are we allowed to look at this, or do we need to find a third-party source? You know, although we aren't positioned in that, I am curious, right? Curious. you know, central banks have been accumulating gold, so Damn, have you guys been seeing the news lately? Like, you guys been seeing the news lately? Like, I swear, like, mid to long term, Biddy's looking bullish to me. I love bullish. What do we got? 22, 23 states now applying for Bitcoin reserves? God damn. God damn. God damn. Potential stacking going on in the Middle East, low key, right? Sovereign wealth funds, right? God damn. See how the ETF flows have been looking, even though I don't watch those particularly on a regular. I mean, I do check them daily. There's an infographic I look at, but. Okay. Can I look at Sui? What about Sui? Do you want me to look at, good sir? I say good person, you know? I don't know who you are. Good sir, good man, good woman. Sui. I mean, I like this the other day if you want to have a better idea, to be honest. Talked about it decently in depth on like the 10-hour video. Just have to go find wherever the part where the Sui chart is open. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what do you want to look at here? I have a question that's a little bit more specific, perhaps. Perhaps, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I am saying? Yeah, we'll keep this whip thing in mind and we'll leave this tab open. For a 4-hour swing trade? Sui for a 4-hour swing trade? I mean, sure. Just seeing if I have any other data that might be useful here for this, perhaps. Okay, Sui. Sui. 4-hour. Sui on the 4-hour. I mean, definitely missed the long, right? Definitely missed the long, at least for now. I mean, yeah, a bit hard to say on this one, right? A bit hard to say on this one. And yeah, potential shorts are definitely brewing, right? I'm definitely looking at this monthly level more than anything. Probably, I mean, probably not here. I mean, we'll see, but right. But these are all obviously possible, right? Bing, 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 bing. Even up here. And realistically, like now that we've deviated from this side of the VWAP, I just probably deviate from this side on the way up. So depending on where this is, you know, there's clearly lots of targets up here, right? Higher time frame levels. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's toss on a little VWAPper, a little VWAP right from the tippity top and see how that's cooking. Right, out of curiosity. Believe that's it, yes? Okay, we'll zoom out a little bit. Go. And we will put on something, you know, some little synth wave chill. Yeah, no. And then we'll finish up with this 4-hour analysis, shall we? First and foremost, we do all understand if you are trading some alt, that you are trading Bitcoin, which then means that you are trading S&P, yes? Kind of goes up the food chain, even all the way up until the bond market and whatnot. So if you want to have an idea of how these are going to move, you should probably have an idea of how those are going to move, yeah? Right? Because it's quite unlikely that they're all doing this and Sui's just flying to the sky. Or vice versa if you're looking at short and the rest are just pumping to Lord knows where. So right, let's keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind, first and foremost. So yeah, that's, you know, number one thing. What are these up to? Potentially threatening to sweep the highs and go higher, or reverse them here. So far we broke this trend, which is, I guess, is a nice start as far as trend lines go. But yeah, I mean, lots of possibilities here, right? Lots of possibilities. Just be aware of what SP can do. And in terms of this thing in the 4-hour, I mean, like clearly this is like the most recent value, right? Essentially this. It looks like we're threatening the highs. So I mean, if you do want to get in a long, probably wait to try and get a retest. Probably bounce off this region somewhere, I'd imagine, right? Obviously some confluence going on here. I'd imagine there's also some math confluence going on there. Where is the wick on this thing? Right? Right. So yeah, if I'm running along now, I probably wouldn't be looking to get in a little late to me. Like unless you're trying to do like one of these things. Right, wherever you're targeting, but like really tight stop loss. A little bit late for my liking, personally. But I mean, also, I'm not, suppose I had it like more, what's it called? What did I do here? What the hell did I do? More like granular levels, right? Than I'm updating on a regular basis for Sui, then yeah, if there's levels here, I mean, obviously it looks like there's one in this zone. Yeah, okay, maybe you can get into like a long continuation trade. But as someone that does not have that, and let's also look at the data, right? Let's look at the data. when did most of these? Wow. A lot of the leverage on Sui opened at like 50 cents. Interesting, right? A massive spike on like a 1 week span in August. Just massive leverage trades that have never been closed. Interesting. Seems like some potential insider fuckery going on right there, but what do I know, right? What do I know? What do I know? Some random dude on the internet. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't, at least not on Bybit, doesn't seem like there's a tremendous amount of shorts to squeeze here, but I just assume there usually are, especially on something liquid like this, with a lot of mind share. So yeah, I mean, if I was looking to get in on a long here, in terms of the downside, like maybe clean up of this daily level, right? Potentially. Obviously, mathing here, clearing this low and going. Maybe even lower, clearing this, deviating from the lows, right? One of these potentially. Bink. You can get in on this. You can get in on this. You can get on the retest here. Lots of ways to play, right? Could be a swing fail, which bink and go. Might not do that at all. If it doesn't go low, like, I would definitely not be entering here personally. It's a little like you're basically at the top, right? You're basically being a top longer at that point. So you might as well just wait. Because at some point it is gonna pull back. So if it's gonna pull back and just do a bullish retest of some key level, that's probably the best time to get into a long during continuation, right? Right? In terms of the shorts, yeah, like, I mean, I think this one's a little late on this one. In terms of the short, maybe something like here, right? This is coming in and it sweeps this and cleans the you know, taps to make a point of control and goes lower. Maybe it could even be like a very small scalp, right? Just to the weekly level, like a really tight stop loss potentially, if you know what you're doing. Something like that effect. I guess you did say you wanted to be a swing, right? A swing. So I mean, in that case, yeah, just be patient, right? Like obviously we're sitting here talking about a lot of different plans. Like if you're looking to swing this to the upside, there's a lot of upside to go, right? There's a lot of upside to go. There's a lot of upside to go. And if that was me, I would have been looking at getting earlier, to be honest, right? If I had been waiting to swing trade this thing, it would have been around here, right? Or on the pullback of that. So now it's like, you know, the timing matters. You can't just hop into a trade whenever you want. You can't just hop in whenever you want. Look like this finally held. And then I get stopped out on the rest of that position. So far, at least. So far. So this thing might end up running even more, potentially. AKA juice. But yeah, I mean, lots of ways to play it, really, right? The bullish retest, the cleaning of the lows. Or if you really want to get in now, cleaning of this potentially. You know, you know, that's up to you. Up to you, right? Everyone trades differently. Everyone has different biases. We're all looking at different data. I'm assuming you probably have some kind of, you know, some edge as to why you're taking that trade, or else you wouldn't be taking it. And like, you know, in the grand scheme of things, let's just zoom out on the grand scheme of things for Sui. I can't get over that those traders. Like, it was here. Like, where was it? No, it was. Where is it? August 6th. The price was here in this range when like massive leveraged longs opened on this thing. Interesting. Interesting. But anyways, in the grand scheme of things, right, Sui in terms of like a narrative, pretty strong narrative, right? A highly performant network, kind of competitor Solana, consumer friendly, right? Integrating Web 2 easily. Object-oriented programming, which perhaps to some people they don't really care. But to others, this is a big deal, right? If that wasn't there before in terms of Web3 languages. You know, quite the difference. Quite the difference. So yeah, like I mean, there's a lot going on, right? There's potentially a lot going on with Sui. So I mean, narrative is there, obviously. So that means people are gonna be talking about it. So that's always good, right? But who knows? Who knows? This is all like a high speculation, high risk. But a year from now, like imagine right now. Imagine right now. It's some, I don't know. Let's think of an example. Some random company shows up out of nowhere, right? And they have like a much better engineered version of a L1 than currently exists. Like whatever issues most of them have today, it has solved all of them, and it does it for like cheaper. Then the rest of those are useless, right? They're just the things of the past, irrelevant. And we don't know where this space is headed exactly. People have their ideas, but yeah, no guarantees. But anyways, in terms of the Sui, in the short to medium term, yeah, quite likely we see larger upside here. Obviously, if you miss this, that sucks because it's well up here now, but like, the chart definitely has some potential room to run after this next reset, right? Although how high, that's a different question. Because from what I'm seeing, you know, some of the YouTubers I watch who do a bit more quantitative analysis on these things, it seems like Sui is quite overvalued currently, or was. Probably now not so much after this correction, but I mean Solana corrected as well, so the ratio is probably quite similar still. But Sui was quite overvalued in terms of its daily active users and like transactions and all those other metrics, right? Relative to Solana. And I don't know if there's any staking or anything with Sui. But as far as the 4-hour swing goes, I mean, just look at the chart, right? Look at the chart. Like, we tried to leave this volume node and got rejected pretty hard. And then we did a bullish retest of it, right? So like this is the node, right, that we're looking at. Came down below, immediately rejected, and then came back in and tested the low side of it again and just immediately bounced. So we're getting towards the top side. So you definitely missed on this one. Now the question is the next one, right? So I'm saying wait for the bullish retest. Wait for the retest. Because if we get it, then we're going to the next node. And maybe that retest happens up here. at this level. And if you don't get it, then you don't get it, right? You know, you can swing trade anything on the 4-hour. I'm sure there's setups around somewhere, right? If you after looking around all these charts, there's setups everywhere. And there's also short setups. Because this thing right now, I'm immediately eyeing this area, right? And coming up to here and then rolling over after tapping that naked point of control. Then clean up some of this garbage potentially. Or it pumps, right? Or it pumps and cleans all of this, because this is looking real suspicious too, right? This is looking real suspicious right there. That's asking to just get waterfalled through. Up to you, my friend. Up to you. We can see talking about this all day. But it's really up to you how you want to plan things. This thing is still hanging out up here, sitting sideways. Very interesting. Borderline suspicious, I might say. Don't see this too often. Don't see this too often. Let me get some more water. God damn. God damn. What's up to do on this list, by the way? A whole lot. Not a whole lot. I gotta get some emails out the way. potentially rolling over on this thing. Also, is that monitor ready or what? Or what? Also, shout out to our TP, by the way. Shout out to our TP. Shout out to our TP. On that long. Where is that thing? we had it at 301. What did it end up wicking at? So far, looks like we got the bink, top pixel perfect. Bink. Ended up being 308 on this exchange. $7. Damn. It just got stopped out right there with this big old candle. So see, that's why you shave, guys. That's why you shave. Instead of getting out break even on this trade, I made fucking hella profit. Bink. Also curious to see it might get back in, right? Let's see if they just clean these lows and go, or nah, or nah. Or nah. Fuck. My throat has been killing me. I don't know if I'm getting sick or what. Massive longer open here at the top on Bybit, by the way. I don't think I'm gonna take another trade tonight. Maybe, we'll see. It's already at 12:30. Already done this. What's left to do on our list here? Not a whole lot. Which means I might be leaving pretty soon. God damn. God damn, my throat is fucking killing me. God damn. God damn. We'll do it over here. We'll look. I'm curious how it's doing. Because I think ETH had they're adding staking to the ETH ETFs. So quite a large deal in the larger picture. I actually talked about this the other day, actually, when we were talking about ETH. Actually, and then that was one of the same things I mentioned. We'll see though. I mean, we will see. And my throat, holy shit. It's fucking killing. I'm so curious about Zeus actually. I don't know if I have leverage or access to leverage trade this thing. Let's check it out. And also, what's the market cap on this thing? Oh my god. Zeus. Zeus. Is this really it? That can't be it. What? Is it actually that low of market cap? Interesting. 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 I thought this was like a highly pretty popular. It's like it allows you to transact Bitcoin through Solana. From what I read, that was quite popular. So interesting to see it's such a low 70 mil market cap. What the hell? It's pretty low. Interesting. This might be a worth buying a spot bag of. Interesting. With the market cap that low? What the fuck? What the fuck? Interesting. I'll have to look into this one as well. Interesting. It connects other chains as well? I don't know. Is that true? Is that true? Let's take a look ourselves, yeah? Let's take a look. Let's do some research, potentially. Backed by Solana. Interesting. Boom, boom. That's not a whole lot. So we'll have to do some research here on the metrics here and whatnot, yeah, but potentially interesting. Has not been updated in a while. Interesting. You know, another interesting one was Geode. I seen this last year, and I'm still seeing it make the rounds. In terms of some like potential low cap and deepen, because I remember, and even afterwards, I saw like who made an article on this. What were they called? Van Eck. I remember reading this after the fact, and I was like, damn, I might have missed out. Because I never ended up buying it because it was on Polygon. And it was like just a fucking, it was such a hassle to try and figure out how to buy this. I literally just said, fuck it. I'd rather not even bother. That's how fucking annoying it was. But in terms of a project, it seemed quite interesting. Like if I recall correctly, they have like these like little mini antennas, right? You can just kind of buy a little antenna that they provide you and set it up. And it provides like atmospheric data to GPS systems. And apparently that's like very hard to do with the way it's currently the way that things are currently engineered. It's like a problem they have. Because these things like let the GPS know when there's certain weather data in that specific region affecting things. So yeah, definitely an interesting project. And again, here they wrote about it. Like Van Eck ended up writing an article about it after the fact. Your boy was on it before. These motherfuckers supposed to be professionals, and I'll beat them to the punch. But anyways, yeah. I mean, if you want to get a quick TLDR, read this. I'm curious how that project's doing. Because I hear every once in a while randomly from some. I'll be watching some like a random CEO being YouTube or interviewed on YouTube, and then randomly I'll just hear like once every like month or two. Still doing its thing, right? Slowly climbing, has higher lows over time. Yeah, this might have been one of the sleepers. One of the sleepers that got away. I mean, still pretty low cap to be honest, but I don't I'm doing the math on what this could potentially be. But imagine something like this starts trending on social media while, like, you know, one of those euphoric phases of the bull run. Something like this could just bump like 200, 500 mil, 10x. Type of shit. Obviously not financial advice, doing your own research, blah blah blah. I'm not even informed on what the state of this is. Check out their website. Has it changed at all? A little bit. A little bit. This wasn't here before. That's the other thing. These people are making money too. They're making money, you know. A legit company doing real shit. Yeah, they definitely changed a little bit. Definitely changed a little bit. New images. This one was here before. So I like to see, right? So I like to see. Come back to the website and I'm looking at something new, right? Active in the field. Because last time I was on this thing, it wasn't looking too hot, let me tell you. Amateur hour. Amateur hour. Bum 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 bum. God damn, my door started creaking open. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm almost have to knock somebody the fuck out. The fuck? What the fuck? That's what I was thinking. Let's write that down actually as well. Cause the only reason I didn't buy that thing was cause fucking the Polygon stuff. Trying to buy that thing on Matic. Couldn't even. I literally could like. I was like bridging money here, bridging money there, having to pay a fee every single time for as I was doing these transactions. Like I was like, what the fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? Like what the? No one buys that shit. It's a fucking asshole. It's a fucking. At least as far as I was concerned. Maybe I just didn't do a good job at researching, but. At least as far as I'm concerned. At least as far as I'm concerned. Okay, okay. This is finally rolled over, right? They're looking a little suspicious, like we noted. This is fucking why. Looks a little suspicious. It was looking a little suspicious if you ask me. Looking a little suspicious if you ask me. Okay. Top longer still open over here on Biddy. Other low caps? Other low caps? Some other low caps. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you. Cause I'm not exactly in the trenches like that anymore, you know? Not exactly in the trenches like that. It's hard to say. Hard to say, to be honest. Let's kind of take a quick glance through here. And also depends what you mean by, like, what is your definition of low cap? Because low cap can be like sub 5 mil, sub 10 mil. Like there's no shot I'm gonna know any of those. Like, don't have time, right? Better shit to do. Better shit to do. Too far out the risk curve and too time consuming. Because not only do you have to find those things, first of all, right? Then you have to like actively be trading them and babysitting them non-stop, because that shit can go to zero quick. Because the problem with those things is the whole order book thing, right? The whole order book thing. If you want a better idea, go listen to like the video with Smart Money in the title on like the actual video on the YouTube, not like a stream video. But I talk about the order book. I talk about the order book, and the problem with a lot of these low caps is the order book is very thin, right? Like low flow and thin order book. And the result of that, right, is that the price can come down really quickly. If someone with a large amount of supply is trying to exit, they can like they can single-handedly nuke the fucking chart. Because imagine like I have, I don't know, 1,000 units of whatever, Marcos coin, Mars, right? Some shit like that. And I'm trying to sell all 1,000 of these at the fucking tip of the chart, or what is currently the dip, or the tip, right? So the price coming up, I'm trying to sell it right there at the very top. There might only be like 600 of these for sale in the entire market right now. And if I want to market sell these, as in like not do a limit sell order, it's just gonna take all 600 of them, wherever the fucking price is. It doesn't fucking matter. You're just gonna try. It's just gonna go start from the top and get whatever's available, and then go lower. So I'm gonna be selling the first one for like $10 per thing. But by the time it's done clearing this stack out, just market selling, boom, 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 I might be paying like literally $5, $6. Because there's barely any for sale. Like I'm sure you've seen it. If you go on X, you see this all the time. Where like there's some random meme coin, right? And some random whale one clips, right? Literally a fucking meme for it. Literally they one clip their supply, and the chart does this, right? And that one whale dumps, boom. That's it. That's it, because they just fucking single-handedly cleared the entire order book. So yeah, and it's just not something particularly interested in dabbling in, right? Low caps. And if you are in them, I highly suggest you take your money out, because you might be thinking one day that you're juicing, and your bag might literally be juicing, right? You look at it, it's fucking up like 500%, whatever the fuck it may be. But literally one fucking person sells later, right? Later. So my advice, then, perhaps take some profit on those things if you're gonna dabble in them first and foremost. Secondly, yeah, I'm not gonna know them. Like, let's see how far down the curve we have to go, right? Let's just look out of curiosity. Throw on CoinMarketCap and take a gander, shall we? I believe this is sorted by market cap as is, if I'm not mistaken. So how far do we have to go down to get to like... Okay, we can quickly go through 5 pages, yeah? Look for something interesting that catches the eye. We'll go down to like 500 mil and lower. Uh, 500, okay. Obviously the AI agents and whatnot. Akash is an interesting one. I think this is the one related to Sui. I was actually reading a lot about this. This is the aggregated, or the order book one, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting project actually. Although I'm not too sure about the valuation here. Let's actually write this one down, because this is an interesting potential project. Let's not forget that. I see Axelar has stuff going on with Ripple on the interoperability side of things. Surprisingly, Eigenlager, yeah, I'm surprised more people aren't, I don't know, this project, this is an interesting one. Eigenlager is an interesting one. Because like, imagine you built this project on ETH, this like massive project, and it's like well made, whatever, and then like ETH itself is like considering design changes and shit. Like the base layer. Like, what if you design like certain fundamentals of your project around how it functions currently, and then they're about to just go and change certain things? Like, it just seems like a fucking mess to me, honestly. Honestly. So, Grass is an interesting one. Superverse has the, you know, the whole social media gaming narrative behind it. Here's Popcast, dude. Goddamn. Oh, fuck. I mean, obviously there are a lot of familiar names on here, but like these aren't particularly low cap, I suppose, right? Let's just kind of scroll through this a little quicker. Kind of scroll through this a little quicker. It's just like, what's going on here? What is going on here? This is 200 million market cap, and then we go to page 3, and it's this. Interesting. The ordering's like all throwing me off. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, like I mean, it's either some like I mean, there are familiar names down here, but it's like I don't even. The lower we go, the less and less familiar things get. I'm surprised this one is quite low, because like, a lot of people actually use this. I'm curious if this one has like a low-key potential down the road. Potentially. I mean, like PAL and whatnot. I mean, I don't know. Hivemapper, I suppose, is an interesting one, although they're at risk of, you know. Problem with Hivemapper is that what they made is like a hardware device. And you put it in your car, and it kind of tracks the roads and gives you more real-time data than as opposed to Google Maps, for example, because everyone's using it in theory. And, you know, their problem is that they made this physical device to do that. And other companies just said, lol, we're just going to get people to use their phones, right? You have a smartphone, bet. join our network. These people are like kind of, I suppose they have the network infrastructure to do the same thing. But, yeah, I don't know. And maybe the phones don't do as good of a job as their hardware units do. Like, I'm not particularly well informed in that regard. But, definitely an existential risk if that hardware was like a main component of their company. Peak, also interesting, right? An L1 built specifically with DePIN and decentralized agents in mind. Legit team, legit backing, etc., etc. I don't own any, but something worth checking out, right? Since you asked. I mean, I recognize a lot of these, but like, I don't know. I don't know. How are the charts doing, by the way? Still here, hanging out, not doing too much. I'm curious if we're gonna clean this potential long break, or maybe we hold this, right? We still haven't lost this level yet, so we shall see. Maybe we'll get back in another long potentially. Although I prefer to see this get clean first. If we're gonna join in the middle of this little, you know, daily value mashup that's going on. I also want to go to bed. It's already 1 o'clock. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's stuff down here, right? If you're in the trenches, there's definitely stuff to find. I also suggest if you're gonna be in the trenches looking for low caps, this one low-key interesting as well. I'll finish my other train of thought and then I'll circle back to this. Should probably be paying attention to mindshare and whatnot, like a lot of social media metrics, etc. And following the flows of here's the thing, right? If you're gonna be in the trenches, like for real in the trenches, and actually do a good job of it, you gotta be nerding out, right? You gotta be nerding out like someone who's doing a good job in the trenches. So you gotta be watching like when money is flowing from like one chain to another, right? You gotta be tracking what the current narratives are, which ones are growing in size, which ones are like decreasing in size, etc. Right? And you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick. It's way better to just get in, right? Get a nice early spot, capitalize on most of the move, and just get out. And move on to the next thing, as opposed to like trying to like juice on every single one of these to the fucking all-time high or whatever, right? And you don't have to worry about that whole like situation of the order book, right? Because I'm dumping my bags as people are fucking buying it, right? So let's say this is like the whole curve of like you know, some shitcoin, or we'll say and then like, and then just quickly just boom. Okay, sure, maybe you don't get here at the riskiest stage, but like if you get in here, right, showing signs of life and almost ready to go, then you just fucking sell on the way up. Especially with those, right? Because these moves are not like 5, 10%, 15, 20%. They're like 100%, 200%. Because I'm telling you, as someone that was doing that for a bit, the slippage thing is no joke. It's no fucking joke. It's no joke. Because I'm exiting this position thinking that I made like, you know, 200, 300x profit on some of these positions, and you're barely getting any. You're getting like you know 50% by the time the slippage is done and over with, right? Because no one was selling at those points, right? So you definitely want to sell those specifically when you're seeing like the ramp up in buying. Because at any other time, like, the case that I made was a bit exaggerated, but like that is essentially the effect, right? Like you're not gonna be having nearly as much gains as you think you are if you're just selling it when the market's just like, you know, not doing a pump on those, essentially, right? Because look at the daily volume. Like where is that thing? Right, like look at this. I think it's 170,000 in daily volume. So if I bought this thing when the chart was in the dust, literally, and then it ramped up, and I happen to have 200 grand worth of it right now. There's not even enough transacted in volume in an entire day on the entire thing to account for that. So why the fuck am I getting that money out? Aside from nuking the order book. Boom, 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 boom. Whereas opposed to the other things have like way higher daily volume, right? So you want things that are liquid. You don't have to deal with that problem. Which is part of the reason why trading Biddy is nice, right? Because the volume's ridiculous. Volume's ridiculous. Like, you don't have to worry about like yes, obviously you always suffer from some slippage and whatnot when you're smashing larger positions, especially on like these less liquid exchanges. But it's not anywhere near this like small mid cap stuff. I mean, we're not even close. Bum, bum, bum. But you do have an advantage in the sense that like here's the thing with the low caps is that anyone that has real fucking money are not fucking in low caps because of this order book thing, right? Like someone that has like 200 mil is not gonna be fucking around in some like 10 mil shitcoin. Like I'm sure some people do, right? But in general, they're going to be trading these positions because it's much easier to you know, interact with high amounts of money, large volume. If I'm trying to trade with like $200 million, like I can't do that in a small cap coin. So like in terms of like the pool of people playing the game, right? Like the pie chart of the market participants, most of the large / most experienced entities are not dealing in that subset. So you definitely have an advantage in there for sure, right? If you know what you're doing and you're dabbling with these people, because most of them are not that fucking serious. As someone who was doing this, it's a joke. It's a fucking joke, right? If you're nerding out every day on the data and seeing what people are paying attention to and where the money is flowing, this is a joke. Most of your competition is fucking like, you know, okay, I'm not gonna be rude. But let's just say people that don't particularly put a lot of effort into things. You know, if it was a ranked game, the people in this slice are not fucking, you know, rank 1 or 1,000 or 10,000. Probably not even 6 digits. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, enough yapping, right? Enough yapping, because I think that we're basically done with this, right? Not much to really go through here in terms of that. I think that's just about wraps up for that. And in terms of this, let's close this. It's still hanging out over here, doing its thing. Doing its thing. I think bounced right off VWAP after cleaning these lows. Interesting. Yeah, interesting day tomorrow. Interesting fucking day tomorrow. Especially with this thing. I was not expecting to see this. Not expecting to see that. Not expecting to see that one at all. Boom, 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 boom. This top longer is still trapped underwater on Biddy up here. Got his ass wet. I'm thinking, I don't think there's much left to do. Yeah, I've kind of already reviewed everything that we need to review. I kind of went through our to-do list. And we're no longer in any trades, so kind of just chilling right now, right? We're currently AFK, AFK from the game. You're currently AFK from the game, you know what I'm saying? Next trade. Good question. When is my next trade? Good question. Good question. I mean, I took this long. I took this long. So something looking something like that. And by the way, like I'm just saying, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Because earlier I was bitching. Because my TP for the long was right up here, right? Right up there where the single print was. I was $1 away from this was the price and this was my TP. I thought I was able to get miss me. I was $1 away. I was pissed. but I got it though. That ended up being the candle. 308. $7 off from the tip. Boy. Okay, sniping that bitch. But anyways, yeah, then it came back and stopped with the rest, but it don't matter, right? Already juiced. Already shaving that bitch. Yeah, I mean, this would have been a short opportunity, perhaps. I don't know if I would have taken it. To kind of take a look. I mean, after the guy opened that massive long, yeah, sure, perhaps, but I wasn't necessarily paying attention at the time, so. Because I'm not looking to take anything particularly serious in here. I'm waiting to see what's really going on, right? What's really going on? What is really going on? Are we cleaning the highs, or are we going lower? You know, basically, because yeah, I'm gonna be looking to short up here probably, and then imagine if we go lower, I'll be looking to short somewhere here. I mean, like all of these are levels of interest. All of these are levels of interest, right? For one reason or another. So like whenever prices approach in these zones, I'm gonna be looking for a potential short, right? It just depends on how things are looking. I can't predict the future, and as far as I'm concerned, I don't think anybody else can. So just think about it. Like, suppose the price is going up right now, right? Suppose that right now we have a bunch of trap shorters, which we don't, by the way, in terms of the open interest near the current prices. Not a whole lot interesting going on, aside from this one long. But like, let's just suppose there was a bunch of shorters trapped in here, and we have started running off on them. And as we start to go up higher and higher, like there's shorts opening, right? The amount of shorts is increasing. So they're like continuing to get like run over, right? Like they get in and then we go higher. They get in, we go higher. As we're closing out the previous existing shorts. right? Then they're getting squeezed, right? They're getting squeezed while just fuel being added to the dumpster fire, right? So if I see that that's going on, then yeah, maybe I might not short until I see these longs starting to get closed or like closing out, right? Because imagine the price is like kind of going up, and then when you get near the top up here, or sorry, not longs closing out, but like as you get up here, you're seeing a lot of longs open, right? At the very top, without even seeing a pullback. Then it's quite likely that they're gonna get trapped, and then they're gonna go lower. Right? Imagine there's like 50 mil in longs that does that, right at the tip of the move. And as soon as they go under, then they're gonna get dragged down the other way. And I can't predict which of these scenarios amongst all the other ones are possible as we're going up. So you have to wait and see as we're getting there what's going on. But generally, those are the kind of things that you're looking for, right? You're looking for signs of weakness. Looking for signs of weakness, right? Like as price is coming into this level, or to this level, or to this level, or to any of these levels, is it starting to have some like kind of structural edge showing up, right? Oscillator edge showing up, like a potential reversal pattern forming, etc., etc. You know. Well, all you can do is just have these levels in mind and plan out accordingly. And that's how I go about it. In terms of the next plan, I mean, you tell me, right? Like, let's just zoom out. And obviously, we know that there's shorts that are up here, right? At some point, we're probably gonna get close at some point. And if we're looking at it in terms of value of this whole area, we're like, you know, near the value lows, obviously. So more probable of a trade to long from here than to short, just based on bare minimum statistics. But we'll see, because there's still this in play. That's the thing. We're not safe. We're not safe by any means. Especially with this guy. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Let's look at a bit more granular level, right? Let's look at a bit more granular level. Because the thing about this, right? The thing about this like we're hanging around here a long time, right? That's the thing, first and foremost. We're hanging around down here a long time. But yeah, like I mean, it's really just a battle, right? Like that's really the thing. Right now, we just kept kind of duking it out, right? It's essentially just duking it out here. Because like we know that there's like higher time frame targets here. But we also know that people are actively defending this. And right now, no one's winning, right? No, it's just fucking the stalemate. So this is kind of like the range. So like we're like in the middle of that range while being in the middle of the higher time frame range. So primarily, I'm looking to, you know, cleaning up something up here on a more medium zoomed out time frame look at things. Maybe even up here, right? The other thing is that like we're quite like, suppose that we are tracking the S&P, if this thing is to pump past all-time high today or tomorrow, like we're still quite a ways away in that regard, right? We have some catching up to do if we're to be postured in the same manner. And we're almost 15% from the highs. This is 0.5. And you know, the other thing we have to keep in mind is, you know, the mega candle, right? The mega candle, the gotcha boom candle. Like what was this, for example? Almost $10,000 of price action in one day of swing from top to bottom. So can you imagine we get one of those tomorrow? Just imagine tomorrow we get a mega candle, right? That just fucking sends and cleans everything in one fucking shot. It's possible. It's fucking possible. It's fucking possible. Imagine there's some like S&P's pumping to new all-time highs, Nasdaq's ripping, Nvidia's recovering, blah blah blah, and then some like bullish catalyst comes out in the news about Biddy. The first state approves the strategic Bitcoin reserve. It's possible. It's possible. It's not that absurd to think about, is it? Or at least better be prepared for it. So yeah, ideally, like I'm gonna be looking to enter something, right? I just don't know where exactly, because I'm always gonna be prepared either way. Always unprepared either way. Because most of my trades begin like that anyways, right? Most of my trades are just kind of like looking for these entries at my areas of interest. And then if they happen to run to the other side of the range, then so be it. But usually not, And not only that, but in my findings, when I try that, it's usually like borderline inefficient. Because then I end up having to like hedge positions, blah blah blah, and then the funding fees, right? As opposed to just like when your trade is running, just TP it and then get back in later. So you pay little to no fees, and you juice on whatever you have at that point in time. But anyways, yeah, like I mean, primarily right now I'm waiting to see like what's going on up here, because like this has been looking suspicious, right? And this is now like the fourth time, like 1, 2, 3, now potentially fourth time coming up here after doing like one of these. Like obviously not the greatest looking thing, but like you get the idea, right? Just some kind of like triple tap of the low, boom, 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 and go. Also, by the way, this Coinbase wick, right? There you fucking have it. Once again, playing out like as fucking expected. So I'm telling you, whenever you get one of these massive wicks on Coinbase, on the 1 minute, just like, might as well just fucking open up a short instantaneously with like a stop loss at like the fucking previous high. Or even like you use the ATR or something. Because this shit is like fucking automatic, basically. I'm curious to go back test and get the exact stats of that. Because I swear, from the eye test, extremely fucking high. Extremely high. But yeah, I mean, fourth time potentially approaching this zone now, right? And I'm sure there's even more liquidity there than it was last time, because each time that we could get up here and don't clean it, there's just more shorts opening with their stops in this area. Same with here, right? Imagine how many shorts open on this thing. And their stops are probably all here or here. So this zone is probably growing even bigger by now, and with more money in it. So let's go look at that out of curiosity. Yeah? Yeah? Out of curiosity. $951. Interesting. A lot of liquidity down at right here. Interesting. We're getting some potential math going on here. Boom, 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 boom. Anyways, let's not get too distracted with that. Yeah, I mean, as expected, right? That's exactly what's the case with this thing. As expected. So yeah, first and foremost, be my wait. Like, I mean, see, here's the thing. I took the long here, right? I tried to get in mid move, and then yeah, right. I hit my TP1 and got stopped out, and now like, I probably don't want to get back in again, right? Probably don't want to get back in again at this point. Because as far as I'm concerned, since then, nothing has changed, and we're still hanging around here. So, the little edge that was present at the time, obviously it was either delayed or just we were about to have it invalidated, and we're about to go lower and clean this right there. And if there was a short to take, it probably would have been that. But the thing is, like, yeah, from what I recall, I mean, yeah, I guess in the lowest of time frames, you had like very overheated oscillators. You had the divs going on, etc., etc. Yeah, it's sort of been a short opportunity, right? I suppose if I've been paying attention to that, as opposed to looking at the TP, it probably would have taken it. So far, looking like a pretty math-based, routine-based short, right? The single print ended right there. So you would have been getting filled if you're using this fib on the way up. Also, like the massive higher time frame divergences as well. So I mean, in terms of the low time frame long, I mean, I was expecting to be at least this get cleaned, right? I would not want to get in before then. So maybe something like this, right? Kind of come down, finish this move, and go. Or maybe just tap this and go. If I'm trying to be hyper aggressive with my trade, right? And in terms of the short, yeah, I'd be waiting to see what happens up here, because like with the higher we get, the higher we go, like the more likely that we're getting pulled to clean this, right? So like you want to open a short and get run over at that point. So like I think if you miss this one, you're probably better off just sitting on your hands for a bit, in my opinion. In my opinion, but who knows, right? Maybe you come back up here and just get fucking clean this and get rejected at the 886 and go lower. Who knows? Depends what the data is looking like, right? First and foremost. We can sit here and speculate all we want, but depends what the data is looking like. But yeah, I think that covers it, right? I think that covers it. Kind of just go level to level from there, right? We have our two immediate upside and downside targets identified, and just go level to level from there. If you're coming to one and it's not looking too hot in terms of your trade, just don't take it. Don't take it. There's literally just a trade every few hours, right? At least, at least. Especially during the day when there's like more volume, right? When the liquidity is flowing. And I think, yeah, I think that's gonna do it. Honestly, I think that's gonna do it. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'd be looking at this, I suppose, right? The retail sales data and whatnot that comes out tomorrow morning, will have some impact on this. That'll give you some bias. Also keep in mind that, you know, I talked about this earlier, but like, don't be surprised to see a pullback even just to clean this stuff. Yeah, interesting day tomorrow. Interesting times ahead, guys. Interesting times ahead. FOMC in March. FOMC in March. FOMC in March. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm fucking saying? In March. It's almost here. Almost here. God damn. Why does it matter? Because it's FOMC, baby. No, but it's related to financial policy, right? Monetary policy, right? Not only do they tell you that if there's any changes in rates, right? Whether they go higher or lower or no change at all, but also release certain data, right? So let's imagine like every month, right, we're getting a data point, boom, 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 right? And multiple different things, not just one specific thing. But we're getting points and we're plotting them as they go, right? So each new data point can tell us like how these things are progressing, right? Like imagine you're expecting it to go downwards, and then the next two data points come out like that. Well, then things are changing. Things are changing. And that applies to many things, obviously. Like you can do your own nerd out and track all the data that's going on, but essentially it shapes monetary policy. And ideally, right, we want to be in a scenario where rates are dropping, right? More money in the system, quantitative easing, because then people are go down the risk curve, right? More money in the system, more money to be allocated to things. It's just like a waterfall effect. And eventually, somewhere down the waterfall, it's like stocks and crypto, right? So it's not just like, you know, crypto or Bitcoin that sees the effects of this, the positive effects. Everything does. It's just waterfalling down one thing to the next. That's how it begins, right? It starts at the top with some money printing, And then that gets distributed, and it slowly but surely waterfalls, right? Loans with cheaper rates. Right? Shout out to the waterfall. But not only that, like, look, at the end of the day, we're trading, right? And they were trading. So quite likely that around that time, we're going to be in some trade, right? Whether it's some long or short or combination of both. And those events, like, move the market. That's the thing, right? A lot of volatility. Just good trading opportunities. And it's like, suppose you're in a trade, right? Let's just suppose that you've been in a long for like a week, like a juice high time frame swing long, or a scalp that has turned into a swing because you're juicing so hard, right? And imagine this is FOMC, and then the guy says some shit that just sends this shit. Bring your fucking Bugatti, Bugatti juice. Maybe 2 or 3. Well, nothing's guaranteed, of course, right? Imagine you were in a trade that whole time and you never closed it, and then that guy says something and bring, got your ass. So you better be managing risk first and foremost, right? First and foremost. But second of all, like, you can use these opportunities to. You know, the way I try and do it is, like, let's just suppose that this is FOMC right here. I'm trying to be positioned beforehand in a short in this region, and then a long from this region. And I ideally, whichever way it runs is the way that, you know, this long trade will juice and this short will get closed. But it don't matter, because this one's getting out break even, right? Stop loss right there. So it just runs through my stop loss, I lose no money, and this one rips. Or vice versa, right? The same situation, vice versa. Stop loss break even, and then the short juices. You just gotta be careful for a situation where they hit you with these, right? That being, you know, bing. You know, stop out both directions before the real move. Saw a beautiful example of that the other day on this, actually. Where was it? Because it was beautiful. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this. Look at this. Where'd that thing go? Where'd that thangity thing go? Oh yeah, over here. Over here. Right? Bring, clean out the entire bottom, and then bing, right back. The double gotcha. Got him, right? And then bing, again. With a triple fake. Damn. If you're not managing risk in these situations, you're cooked. You are cooked. Like, if you don't put your stop loss in break even, they got you potentially multiple times right there. Bum. So yeah, shout out to FOMC, right? FOMC is that's what I'm saying. Just yeah, just kind of give some more information, and it's also like the FOMC is you can think what you want of those people that work at the Fed, but they just tell you how it is, right? They just tell you that how it is. Like, this is what we're trying to do. We're doing it based on this data, and this is what we have in mind. And based on the data, we're going to do this or that. They tell you what it is, right? There's no fucking around. So if they come out next meeting and they say if such and such data continues being produced in this trend, right, or within these expectations, then we will be seeing a rate cut the next time we have a meeting, or like the next time it's time to make a decision. That's a very definitive statement, right? Because then leading up to that next interest rate decision, you can see that how data's been progressing, and if it's in line with what they said, then they're going to be cutting rates or increasing rates or doing whatever, right? Like they're not gonna fucking say that and then be like, actually, no, gotcha. No, I'm not. Like, they don't do that. So, yeah, it just kind of gives the market an idea of what we can expect, what's currently happening, and also, you know, in the post press conference session, they're always asking some questions to stir up the pot, right? Always trying to stir up the pot. Dun, 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 dun. Like look at the last one, for example. Let's just look at the last one. let's just look at the last one. If you could have literally fucking shorted anything this day. Just close your eyes, like write 10 altcoins on the wall, and like throw a dart at the wall with your eyes closed. Whichever one it lands on, open a short, max leverage, max leverage short. And you're fucking printing racks. Like that's what happens on days like this. It's fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. It's fucking money printing season is what this is. That's what this fucking is. But as always, guys, first and foremost, manage risk, right? Manage risk, first and foremost. Because you can't play the game if you got no chips, you know what I'm saying? Looks like this whip thing is starting to come along, right? And in terms of like, you know, potential structure, like we're seeing it on the 4 hour. Put in a higher low, not potentially putting in a higher high in the next hour here. I might get in this thing, to be honest. To be honest, if this thing closes and it looks good in data wise for the rest. Because this to me is cooking like, seeming like the next Popcat. Don't be mad at me if I go get off here soon, go on my laptop and get in this thing. After just brushing up on some last minute data and whatnot. Yeah, interesting times ahead. Interesting times ahead. And with that, with that, the yellow line, it's the long-term chart. It's a long-term whiff chart. This is not the full chart, right? Because whiff was out before it was on these exchanges, so gotta go to DEX tools to get the full chart. And this yellow line is basically one of the last main, right? This cluster down here, starting at like 40 something cents. I'll put it at 48. So yeah, because like, I mean, right now we're gonna be coming here. And like, if we do come down here, I'm just saying, like, just a risk. Like, what? Like, I don't even. I'm willing to gamble a little bit here that whiff will recover a little bit from down here. And I just want to go check out the social media metrics on this. Because it has a lot of holders, right? Whiff has a lot of fucking holders. And it's been a staple, I guess, like as far as like a blue chip meme goes. So if this thing is still trending and people are talking about it and blah blah blah, yeah, I'd imagine whenever money starts flowing back into crypto for real, this thing's gonna fucking send again. This is kind of looking like a golden opportunity. To me, it seems like a golden opportunity cooking, borderline manipulation. Borderline manipulation, right? People wanting to accumulate bags down here for like a. Imagine we go up to here on the next leg up, right? Let's just think about it. Because we know Whiff has a lot of holders. We know it's got a lot of mind share. So let's just zoom out this chart, right? Just zoom it out. And zoom this out. So imagine everyone that is juiced on this move and just spent months distributing have now sold off with the intent to accumulate down here again and run back the same fucking script. Except this time it's going to fucking way higher market cap. So on Doge level type of shit. Right? You're going from a 1000x to a 4,000x. And some people I'm sure are compounding these bags, right? They're taking the profits from this initial move and putting it right fucking back in. So yeah, a lot of potential brewing here with this thing. Low key. And some other meme coins as well, right? Some people hate on meme coins. I don't know. To me, it just seems like a better version of the lottery, right? You go buy a lottery ticket for $20 and that's it. You're just gambling, right? At least here, there's some kind of like way more likely to make some money, right? On meme coins, it's like a better version of the lottery, to me. When you look at it like that, why gamble $20 on a 1 in like 1 billion lottery ticket when I can just gamble on a meme coin that I can 50% chance of making some money on off the rip? And the more informed I am, the better percentage that gets. And it's just funny, right? Just funny. I just made a fucking your salary on Whiff. You fucking mad? Like, isn't that, it's kind of like a loss to me, right? Shout out the dog with fucking hat. I'm listening to Bloomberg on the TV and they're talking about dog with hat. It's just funny. It's fucking funny. Pepe, like, you know, the fuck? And now this whole Doge thing with the government, like the whole, like, we already know about Doge, but not the government thing is literally a meme too. So like, obviously, like, right? Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking, memes are just funny. It's fucking funny. And like, look, these, like, the other thing is that you can say what you fucking want, but as far as I'm concerned, most of the data in 2024, if I recall, like, memes are typically the best performers, month after month. So there's gains, whatever you may think about it, there's gains to be made there. That is for sure, right? Just objectively, there are lots of gains to be made in these things, especially when they're looking like this, right? Especially when they're looking like this. Like we looked at Doge, right? A while ago, and you're already seeing it's pumping today. If you open the 5x leverage trade from when we were talking about it, when I started streaming, you basically up fucking 25% already. But I'm trying to get a higher time frame one, so I'm gonna wait to see how this next 4-hour candle shapes about this, and then yeah, I might get in it right now. Because like obviously there's some stuff to clean here, right? So we don't want to open along at the very top if it's about to reject. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be a top longer. Especially with bidding not providing much clarity here at this moment in time, right? Kind of diddling around this level. Diddling around. We'll see if it bounces from here or not, right? Or if it's gonna go lower. Or just nuke lower, right? Because this is looking a little sus. But yeah, I'm getting off, right? I'm getting off. I'm tired. 2 in the morning. But shout to you. Shout to you. Only disputes. And also shout out to the Discord peeps. Yeah, I mean that's basically it, right? That's basically it. I'm just trying to think. I don't think there's anything else to really to touch on. And aside from that, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be tomorrow might be my last stream. Tomorrow, if I stream tomorrow, first and foremost, it will be the last stream for a bit. So if you're not in the Discord, in my Discord, the trading Discord, the Marcos Trades Discord, and you are curious, because I always talk about my trades in there, or the trades I'm planning on taking. Yeah, go join that thing. Go join that thing. I'm trying to get a link. If you go here to this, yeah. Any of the videos have it, right? If you go to any of the videos, they will have it. So check it out, because I'm gonna be yapping in there. And until then, I'll see the rest of you later. Later.